Days Gone is a fantastic game that will never get the sequel it deserves because of a rocky launch, I guess. Some say it is too repetitive, which I don't fully agree. If the game had bugs and bad performance when it first came out, I get it. But today, in 2024, we have one of the best open world gems to look at. To me, this game is right up there with Red Dead 2, just bikes, not horses. Why it's so great and why this game is not getting the sequel everyone wants now years later. Let's start with the story. Now, some say this is its weak point with so many other strong points, but I disagree again. I thought the story was fantastic, paced well with many side objectives to tackle if you choose for perks. The characters all felt real, and the story of finding Sarah and the friendship with Boozer is amazing. Even a lot of the encampment NPCs start to grow on me, like Mike, and even Skizzo with his crazy decisions. Just think, the story really shines, especially when you do find out Sarah is alive and you show up at the unknown, very cult-like camp she is at. Just an awesome set of characters and great story. Next, let's talk about the environment and bike. This game always has something going on, whether it be taking care of your gas gauge on your bike or fixing it after traps or crashes. Marauders and others set traps. Also, wolves and many other random events happening as you are traveling through Dark Oregon. Sure, there is a fast travel option if you have gas, but I chose to drive everywhere for the most part. Riding just has a vibe to it. I can't explain, plus you can stop anywhere to check for supplies or help someone, not to mention the bike controls and all the upgrades you can add to the bike. Almost like a second character or a companion to upgrade and keep up with. And the environment is gorgeous. Oregon scenery with a day to night cycle that makes for a big difference riding day to night. Not much to say, just look at all the footage. Next, I want to highlight the zombies or freakers in this game. I love the Nero aspect of things and how the virus started and it works. But the real fun is in the hordes. This is amazing the devs pulled this off. Not only do they follow you, but the AI is smart. They surround you from all corners, making for a real DayZ type experience if you want one. Unlike other games where they just beeline towards you. The hordes in this game, having as much as 100 freakers on screen at once is nothing short of amazing, and a blast of a time. If you like big zombie, big gun frantic encounters, you won't find anything like the blood-rushing hordes in Days Gone. Next, I want to talk about the combat and skills. So the combat at first seemed a little bit lackluster, but that's only at first. After a while, you gain experience and trust with the camps. As your trust goes up, the more badass weapons you can buy at the camps, you build trust with. Which there are not a ton, but every gun has a purpose, and you might be changing loadouts for different types of encounters. But let me say, the guns are so awesome once you clear tier 1. Also, as I said, comes experience, where you can add to a skill tree to really make Deacon play how you want and become a true badass. The combat is amazing once you get good weapons and start to take on bigger objectives. The slowdown effect or power is perfect. You slow down time for aiming and shooting enemies on a cooldown, and the rest of the combat reminds me of Uncharted combat a tad, which is only a W. Guns feel amazing, and AI really can pin you down if you're not careful. Just around every corner is danger, and it's just so fun to fight wolves, marauders, freakers, even bears in Days Gone. Even have a roll button to get out of trouble, just a very fleshed out fun combat system. Now finally, let's talk performance on the PS5 in 2024. I get almost perfect 60 frames with a few drops here and there. This is one of the most gorgeous games I have ever seen. The story and characters had me hooked from the start, and rectifying what's wrong in the apocalyptic world of Oregon never gets old. If you have not played Days Gone, I recommend this game with a 9.5 star rating and one of the best open world story games of all time. Right up there with Red Dead Redemption 2. It's a shame we haven't heard a peep about a sequel, and I doubt Sony will ever come back to it because of its day one problems. What a shame. The game leaves off strongly for a sequel, and for me, Days Gone 2 is at the top of my list for games I hope they listen to the fans and make. I want Days Gone 2 so bad, but in 2024, Days Gone is one of those games that got overlooked at launch, but it is a true open world banger. This has been Cookie. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Ma!